weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Weird Science Comics YouTube channel, where I'm going to be going through Catwoman number 54, and I do not see a lot of YouTube reviews for Catwoman, and I'm here to tell you that you got to take the good, the bad, pretty much like Blair did in The Facts of Life. You got to review everything, and somebody has to be here to combat the nonsense reviews that I see on the regular shill review sites where they're giving this book 9s and 10s, and that is nonsense. This is Catwoman number 54. To say that Tini Howard's Catwoman run has been a disappointment is an understatement, pretty much the understatement of the year. Sending Selina to jail for the murder of her lover, Valmont, has not made it better. In fact, it's made it so much worse. The only thing positive about this arc is it proves that Tini Howard has never spent time in prison. The negative, though, is it also proves she did absolutely no research about what it would be like if she was in prison. Usually, I wouldn't mind because this is a comic book, but the shit going on in this book isn't even good enough for those lower standards. I mean, a big part of the story is Selina's cat, Duchess, living in the prison duct system, delivering street flavors of ramen to her in solitary confinement. Let that sink in for just a second. Thank God it looks like Selina will be leaving jail soon, but even that has a laundry list of problems. Now, let's get into this. After I beg everybody, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, enable the notifications. Let me know what you think of this run of Tini Howard's on Catwoman, if I can find anybody who is reading it. Here's the credits. It's written by Tini Howard, art by Nico, Leone, Veronica Gandini, and Lucas Gattoni. I do really like the art. The issue opens up with Selina confronting Regina Quintain, the Royal Flush's Queen of Hearts. Regina and her Crazy Eight gang have gotten themselves arrested as part of Punchline's ambiguously mysterious Phase 2 plan. That is in air quotes, and Tini Howard tries to play the game that everyone knows Catwoman is in the prison, but nobody can figure out that it's Selina. But it's all pretty silly, and nothing at all in this book holds much weight to it. This scene doesn't amount to much by the end anyway, and really nothing does in this book. We continue out in the yard, where Marquise and Selina discuss the upcoming prison break and agree it has to be sooner than later. Marquise seems to have a solid plan, but she doesn't tell Selina that it involves faking her own death. And here is where bad goes to worse. Marquise uses Lady Clayface to smuggle a razor blade into arts and crafts class. She then slices her neck, and the plan is underway. The authorities seem to immediately pronounce Marquise dead without ever checking any vital signs or doing any sort of anything, just to take her down to the morgue, where the plan kicks in because we're told the back door of the morgue, it's always open. It reminds me of the Simpsons episode where we see Mr. Burns and Smithers go down below, and there's that rickety old screen door open there. Oh my goodness, it's kind of odd that Marquise says she's escaped prisons many times doing this. She has faked her own death multiple times, but yet there's no record of that. Nobody is checking into this, which goes along with a big problem in this whole arc. This is just a regular prison without any sort of facilities or any sort of thing set up to deal with metahumans, yet there are a bunch of metahumans there, and that's completely ridiculous. As the prison workers are walking away, Marquise jumps up like the Undertaker, opens the back door to find Punchline, who's kind of just standing around waiting. She thinks Marquise is working for her, but again, it doesn't matter anyway. That's the big play of this whole deal. Things happen and you just kind of shrug and move along because nothing makes sense and nothing matters. This just sets up a big Punchline versus Selina fight in the yard, which is just allowed to happen for some reason. There's even the part where Marquise is just strutting her stuff through the prison when she's supposed to be dead. I really wanted a side issue where you have these guards think they've seen the ghost of Marquise and just go nuts, but everything just happens that it doesn't make sense overall. However, the fight doesn't last long because Selena goes into full-out recruitment mode. It's like she's Deion Sanders out there and convinces Punchline to join her prison-breaking out crew. The whole idea that Selena was going to help her fellow prisoners escape and then have them steal things for her is so damn ridiculous. But throw in Punchline, and it then becomes utter hogwash, like the kids at the Five and Dime say. So after these prison guards have allowed Selena and her crew to pretty much run the asylum here and do whatever the hell they want, Tini Howard tries to convince us that the girls are fighting the good fight. Oh my God, they're fighting against the evil authority. The evil authority that, for the most part, is allowing them to do everything they want. Just everything. But really, once they start fighting the guards, they're now breaking more laws. They're in jail. There was never a setup that these girls were in jail because of false convictions. We don't even know what half of them, if any, did. I mean, we may be letting murderers escape, let alone once this prison break starts, everybody else in the prison seems like they could just skedaddle out. This is not a good thing. A good thing is Selena Kyle getting prisoners out of jail to then go become thieves for her. I mean, that's not scared straight. That's scared whatever. This is nonsense. While all this is going on, we get the cursory surface level Aiko, Catwoman, and Dario Tomcat. I really wanted more of them. This should have been a arc that really could have let them shine, but really we did the boring thing and sat in prison where we were talking about street flavors of ramen. At the end of the issue, Catwoman shows up at the men's club to cause some trouble. Oh my goodness, the big play here is that Aiko at one point said, if Catwoman ever shows her face here, I'll kill her. Oh no, what's going to happen now? The art in this issue is really good. Everything, and I mean everything else about this story is garbage, crap, whatever you want to call it, that denotes something really, really bad. A big, steaming pile of doo-doo, I say. Tini Howard needs to be taken off this book, and the run has to be stricken from the record. I am now going to ask it to be stricken from the record. We can all forget about it. I'll even hook myself to a mind wipe machine, get rid of this book, and maybe half my life, because I have not had a great life, just to throw that in. I really need a mind wipe is what I'm saying. Somebody get on that. I'm giving this issue a 3.5 out of 10, and I seriously think I'm being generous. I really think I'm being generous there, but you let me know if you think that is the case. Let me know if you've read this issue. Let me know what you think. Some people seem to like it. I don't get it. Let me know what you think, but that is it. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe, like, enable, comment, all that stuff all rolled up into one. And if you want to hear me and my man Eric Shea, who likes to go by America's Sweetheart, mainly because Melissa Joan Hart followed him on Twitter, and that really does qualify you as America's Sweetheart. Me and him are going to talk about this issue in length on our regular DC Comics podcast. If you want to listen to that, just look up Weird Science DC Comics podcast on any player that you listen podcasts to, or go to the show notes of this, the description, as they say, and there'll be clickable links. But thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this, and hey, we'll keep coming back with the good, the bad, the facts of life. That's what Tootie would want. So, hey, everybody, I'll talk to you all later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.